Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Global Happiness Today YouTube channel. Many thanks for keeping faith with us. Nigerians have been screaming, shouting. Agbadorians, that's those who have been standing on the mandate of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, have been reasonably very quiet on social media platforms. I guess the subsidy removal on all platforms is beginning to bite from fuel of 200 naira to 500, 520, 480, depending on which state of the country you're living in, to subsidy removal from tariffs from electrification, and the fact that naira is now left to float. Some people are saying naira is floating to where they don't know where it is going to. Before now, for those who are trying to travel abroad, you can always approach the bank for the CBN subsidized rate. But right now, there's no subsidized rate anywhere. Whatever you're buying at the official and black market rate. And at the market price is being determined by market forces, which means, hey, if we are not exporting and we're only importing, it means the dollar will keep getting stronger in Nigeria and the naira will keep getting weaker. So if we don't do something very speedy about exportation, production, so we can at least export, then we're looking at naira probably hitting 1,000 before December. So it's a situation where anybody who is running the shows of Nigeria shouldn't be using Expo on another man's mandate. He should actually be using his mandate. Look at the economies. Just a few hours ago, 14% increment cut across board to some of these politicians, lawmakers, VP, the president, and all. And to increase civil servant salary to even 200,000, there's no money. We are getting there. Now, to make matters interesting, Peter Obi have decided to send the word to Nigerians. I don't know whether to say it's encouraging or is it hardening. Well, you're going to find out in a moment where to place the word he has sent to Nigerians, how they should feel this moment. And remember, we are still on the issue of PEPT. We are not done yet. Hopefully, by this Friday, we'll conclude it. Then we're waiting for the verdict of the justices. But before that time, Peter Obi said to address to Nigerians that this is what he has to say. Before we hit the ground running, please subscribe to our channel if you have not done so. All right, let's find out what it is Peter Obi said. According to Peter Obi, said, I read and I agree with Bill Gates' recent comment on the japa syndrome, where, according to reports, he stated that the recent surge of Nigerian professionals leaving the country for greener pastures is good and healthy for our country. Okay, I have always preached and maintained the same position on the japa wave for years now, and throughout my campaign in the last presidential election, especially during my tours from Canada, the United States of America, Germany, the United Kingdom, and other countries, I maintain that our brain drain today will be our brain gain tomorrow. Nigerians leaving the country may look like a loss today, but when we start doing the right things and taking the governance of our nation more seriously, the knowledge and resources from them will be critical in the building of the new Nigeria, as it happened in China, India, Ireland, and other developing countries. Today, India prides itself as one of the countries with the biggest tech talents in the world, having produced some of the world's top engineers and computer scientists. Many top global tech companies are headed by CEOs of Indian origin. So India's success in tech industry can partly be attributed to its ability to harness the knowledge and resources of Indians in the diaspora for their national growth. Nigeria will grow and develop in all fronts when we build a new Nigeria that prioritizes investment in education, health, and support for small businesses, guarantees respect for the rule of law, security of lives and properties, and unity of the nation. Then our diaspora Nigerians around the world will return home with their global training, skills, and resources to immeasurably contribute to building a new and better Nigeria. We will not give up on our dreams, for the new Nigeria, Peter Obi. This is one of the finest speeches I've heard in recent times. When I talk about some of this mandate, some people come for my head. I don't have a problem. You can. This is a free word. Just make sure it's not cyberbullying. You're entitled to your opinion. I am entitled to mine. People can be shouting, yes, he's running, hitting the ground running. Which way is he running? Is it forward or backward? Yes, we have to remove subsidy. Yes, I did not say it's good because eventually we have to remove subsidy. When? And what are the punitive measures? What are the cushioning effect has it kept for the poor masses not to revolt? He said, yes, Naira have to fight freely in the market. Is good because eventually some of this mandate, which is actually, Peter Obi's mandate is actually open in the air for public view. Did you bother to ask what are the effects if you allow Nigerian Naira to freely float? Do you know the effect if you are not exporting? What have you kept on ground to make sure that the monies that Nigerians export, as in the goods we export, will help cushion and fight Naira back? We are not exporting anything other than one or two people, selling and the rest. And you expect Naira to struggle favorably with dollar in Nigeria, where our consumption is higher than our production? What are the things you have kept on ground to make production more viable for Naira to fight favorably? Nothing is on ground. Rather, you have removed everything that will make Nigerians to shout, hey, ha, who. Remember, some of those loans that Buhari collected that were in moratorium will start the repayment this year. Some of them will begin by July, some June. Now, you are probably going to tax Nigerians silly to get those monies paid. People are quiet, the Agbadonians are quiet. It's beginning to become clearer that it is renewed Shege. Either which way, Nigerians will still feel the pain. But I'm only saying, whatever money is gotten, can we at least push it into production? I would have thought that removing everything at the same time is like saying, Nigerians, do your worst. At some point, Nigerians will have to look back and say, we can't take this no more. Even if NLC, that's Nigeria Labour Congress, don't call for strike, the whole protest may end up being spontaneous. Because at some point, schools will have to increase their fees because cost of production is now very high. Those who are going to transporters will have to increase their transport fare because there's fuel subsidy have been removed. Those into small scale business will have to increase the cost of their products because cost of production has become very high, and politics becomes a place of succor, a place of happiness because you keep getting increment in salary. Teachers and the likes don't have increment in salary. I don't know who are those in the economic team of President Muhammadu Buhari's team, but please, they should look into cushioning effect of this Shege that is being dished out to Nigerians. They may sound nice economically. How practicable is it? You remove everything, nothing. The poor will get seriously very poor, and the rich will become enormously very rich. They will totally remove the middle class. Hey, it is well. Let's put it in our comment section. You can disagree with me. Let's talk about it in our community.